Actually doing another take, remaking a video I just made a few minutes ago. I'm going to try to redo this a little bit. Didn't realize this artist was a little bit controversial at number 13, number 14 rather. Boy, he came out with some fun dance records, or at least they seem to be fun dance records. They were up-tempo, got that soulfulness, the playfulness. It's just, it's irresistible. It is absolutely ear candy. But some people don't see it that way, though. All right, let's get to it. Redfoo with Lights Out at number 14. Up from 21 on my fantasy playlist, April 3rd, 2016. I think I read somewhere that the song's about being attracted to someone who's very attractive, who's very beautiful. And this particular record, Lights Out by Redfoo, boy, it's just up tempo, just it's fun in the sun. But well, here's the bottom line. Redfoo, he is the son of Berry Gordy Jr. I believe the youngest son of Berry Gordy Jr. He was with, you might remember him from LMFAO. They had that song Sorry for Party Rockin' in 2010 and then came out in 2011 with Sexy and I Know It. Both huge hits across the world. And uh, he formed that group with a guy named, a fellow named, I should have done some research on him, Sky Blue. His nephew, Sky Blue, started out in 2006, then they got really big in 2010, 2011. Then he did his solo thing, Redfoo. His real name, Stephen, Stefan, in case I'm mispronouncing his name, Kendall Gordy, and did his solo thing in the mid-20 teens. Now here's, or the early 20 teens, early to mid-20 teens. I didn't know he was big in Australia. He was a judge, a mentor on a couple of seasons on the Australian version of the X Factor, mid-20 teens, and came out with his album Party Rock Mansion. And boy, there were some jams on here. Now, he came out with a song called Let's Get Ridiculous. That went to number 1 in Australia. New Thing, which was the first single, I believe, of a Party Rock Mansion, went to number 3 in Australia. But his fortunes dimmed a bit. He came out with Juicy Wiggle, which went to number 35. Now, I love Juicy Wiggle. It was just fun. I mean, you could tell the guy was not taking it seriously. He was just having a good time. It just, I thought it was just a fun dance record. But it turns out that the term juicy wiggle, juicy is slang for a drug. It's called GHB. It's a drug that's used in raves, these all-night clubbing raves, sometimes used with alcohol. It's a psychoactive drug, a naturally occurring neurotransmitter or precursor to a neurotransmitter. Don't want to go into all the technical details of it, but it is often abused by young people when they're raving and drugs, and some of the effects of it includes just euphoric, feel fantastic, on top of the world, increased sex drive, and tranquility. But the negative side effects of this, it just wipe you out. Comas, hallucinations, and a lot of people came down on Juicy Wiggle. They said, man, this is slang. This is slang for GHB. Some of the common terms for GHB include liquid X, maybe something like ecstasy, and I came across the term Georgia Homeboy used in reference for GHB. And I'm like, man, I love this record, but now that I've researched a little bit about Redfoo, but now from Redfoo's perspective, it was about a dance that he saw in Melbourne, Australia. The drug was part of the Melbourne bounce scene. I take it that it was some sort of dance. He saw the dance and it was just a fun dance record. But some people saw it differently. Some people saw it that Redfoo was irresponsible for coming out with a song like this, like he was promoting a drug. But to him, it was just a fun dance record. And Mr. Deejay, I'm caught in the middle. Well, what can I say? But Lights Out, though, a different animal at number 14. on my fancy playlist. It's it's a bang up job. I love the record. Still love the record. Lights Out. And let's see if there's anything else I need to add. Oh, by the way, that album of his, I believe it's Party Rock Mansion. Dismal performance in Australia. It debuted at 172 on the album charts in Australia, and it stalled there. Sold only 144 copies in Australia. The album. The only other place where it charted at was in Belgium, where it debuted at 158, and I guess that's it. My goodness. Well, Lights Out is enjoying a rise on my fantasy playlist indeed, ranked at number 14 on my fantasy playlist, April 3rd, 2016. Redfoo with Lights Out.